So it's not only liberating to our someoneness, like we talked about last time, we're nothing, everything, and something. Strangely. So to the something, the somebody, the someoneness, I mean, sitting in a field, let's call it that, the field of causeless love, wisdom, and awareness without object, no other, no thing, is home. It's just like the yummiest possible thing. It's Sangha, it's retreat, it's silence in and amongst interaction. Right? But it can be really useful as far as like being a something in the everything, in the collective, be as is. But I find that it's getting a little like manipulated, misunderstood as indulgence of what I'm feeling. I'm not talking about indulgence or denial when I attempt to say be as is. What I'm attempting to speak of, forgive me, you just can't, is being as isness, being as causeless love, being as wisdom without conception, conceptual thought, being as awareness without object, being as what actually is, not sinking fully and deeply into identification with what is appearing, not denying what is appearing, being as is while you inhabit the moment, which is an appearance. And that is the transmutation. That is the transmutation. That is the transmutation. Nobody there to do it. It's an instrument, then, a divine instrument of its own nature. And it expresses so individually, joyfully individually. So it's not like we wipe the slate clean and we're all just going to walk around like full circle automatrons doing and saying exactly the same thing because we're nobody's there. No, it's a garden. It's this. It's like, you know. In and amidst and amongst fury, anger, magnitudes of war, deconditioning and deconstruction of the personal self, which, yeah, we all have some of that under our belts. And it's the spin cycle when you're in the fire, you're in the fire. And it would be pointless to deny it. Pointless. But do you have to identify? Do we have to identify as the surface appearance? It feels like we have to because our nervous systems are trained to. And that's where, and we've done many satsangs and talks about the transmutation of the nervous system. And I think every single one of us is going through that. The upgrade, if you want to call it that, for the power that is the animating power, the one and only animating power of existence, to be lived, directly. And in a human format, consciously. In a human format, we have consciousness, reflection. I mean, maybe some of the people coming onto the planet, or maybe you, one of you, I don't know. I haven't spoken with everyone directly about nervous system stuff, but most of you. Maybe you were just kind of built for it and wired for it from the beginning. I mean, there are definitely people who are at this point. You know, true nature is strangely to the thinking mind, but very naturally to itself, taking care of itself at every moment. It's amazing what we convince ourselves of. I mean, it's the old spiritual teaching of like, if you leave the wound alone, it just will heal. Have you noticed that? If you don't pick the scab, if the sliver does come to the surface, and like, I mean, yeah, we can be present with it and to it and listen to the inner wisdom around the process of it. But really, can we own it, claim it, have it, do it? I'd look into that. I'd look into what's actually happening when we transform, heal, we call it, or whatever word we want to put on that, grow. I mean, how did we like decide to manage the process from becoming two and then all of a sudden we're nine? I did that. I mean, or how about like differentiation with embryos? How those cells decide, oh, I think I'll be a finger. No, I'm going to be a toe. Is that like a conceptual process? But we're so smart. I'm not against the intellect. You guys have all sat with me enough to know, right, what I'm saying. Their intellect is a brilliant, brilliant function and tool within reality when in service to the heart of being, when in service to the power that animates the universe. Then, I mean, some of us have had the humble honor to be around some of those people. And the brilliance is like